Hi guys, I'm the Dutch Movie Guy. Spoiler alert. Star Wars Rebels Twin Suns is the most disappointing thing ever. I mean, how much more can you fuck up the fight between Obi-Wan and Maul? Seriously. Yeah, I could not start this any other way. What happened? What the hell happened here? I don't know what they did. Look, I'm reviewing Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 20, Twin Suns, as you should know by now. This is one of the most anticipated episodes ever in Star Wars history. This is one of the most anticipated things ever in Star Wars history. To be fair, I always went on record that this was not my most anticipated thing of this season. My most anticipated thing was seeing the formation of the rebellion, which we got a few episodes ago. However, this was up there. This was top 3 anticipated moments of Season 3, second half. Like, we saw the mid-season trailer. We have been building up with these episodes. Like, we first had the episode called Holocrons of Fate, and then we had Visions and Voices, and it was like, okay, Maul now knows about Obi-Wan. He's going to find him. They're going to face off. It's going to be awesome, right? Because Maul and Obi-Wan have been fighting in the past, and I've been very vocal about the fact that I was not a fan of the first fight in Phantom Menace, but after that, after Maul being brought back into canon in Clone Wars, they had an actual fight in the Clone Wars, which was really cool. Actually, Maul won that fight, so they're technically 1-1, and then you finally have this fight, and we've been building up to this with the episodes, with the trailers, with the teasers. It's like one of the most anticipated things ever. And Maul is taken out by one fucking blow? What the fuck happened? One blow! One thing? What the fuck happened here? This is horse shit. I don't get this. This is bullshit. I was expecting like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5. One fucking blow. This is horse shit. This is one of the most disappointing things. I mean, the episode overall was fine, serviceable, very uneventful, not a lot happened. One fucking blow? The most anticipated fight in Rebels since Ahsoka versus Vader ends in one fucking blow? What the fuck happened? I'm sorry, I really am. I want to love the show. I love this show usually, but when they do crap like this, it's just, what the fuck happened? Now, look, okay, I'll just start off with the good parts, because there were good parts about this episode. It's like, it's a very disappointing episode. It's not necessarily a bad episode. It's just, I'll get into the negatives later. Let's just talk about the good stuff, because there was good stuff. There definitely were some things in this that I liked, that I thought were good. Let's just begin with the obvious. Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is back. Voiced by Stephen Stanton, who also does a lot of other voices, like he does AP5, he does Tarkin, he did a lot of other voices. This might be his best one. The way he was able to voice Obi-Wan, it's not Alec Guinness, but this is probably the closest you can possibly get, and they nailed the character of Obi-Wan. Like, the character of Obi-Wan in this episode was perfect. Also, what I knew from the comics, because there are a few issues in the main Star Wars comic that show Obi-Wan on Tatooine looking over Luke, and yeah, no, that was pretty much the same in this episode. Like, he's still watching over Luke, and like, the ending was really touching, of course, because you see Luke, you hear Beru's voice, and I think that, I've seen the original Star Wars more times than I can count, so I'm pretty sure they just used Beru's voice in that movie, like when she says, Luke, that they used for this episode, and was like, yeah, oh my god, that was awesome. I got goosebumps off of that. But other than that, Obi-Wan kills Maul in one blow. Also, the good thing about it, Obi-Wan is not called Obi-Wan. He's called Master Kenobi. They never say Obi-Wan, so that at least makes the line in the original Star Wars hold its value. And also, because of just the one blow, they didn't over choreograph the fighting, so if people now complain about not having very well choreographed fights in the original trilogy, fuck you. The original trilogy has the best lightsaber fights because they have so much more depth to it, and all the prequel fights don't have any depth. They're visually nice to look at, but if you think about it for 2 more seconds, it sucks. But also what I like, some fan service things, like you get the Tusken Raiders, you get the Dewback, those kind of things. I just have a soft spot for them because things that make sense to me, and it's nice seeing them. So it was nice when the Tuskens showed up, when the Dewback showed up. That was great to see. And also, I will give this episode once again credit for the animation. I know I said this before, the animation is really good, but my god, there were some moments in this episode that I was like, wow, this animation is great. I love the way this show is animated. It looks great, and I just want to say that once again because this episode really showed that to me. Yeah, and besides that, I don't really have a whole lot of positives. You have been building up this episode for so long, since the beginning of Season 2, the Holocrons of Fate. That episode showed that Maul was going to go to Tatooine at one point, then Visions and Voices definitely confirmed that, and it's like, okay, Maul is going to Tatooine, going to fight Obi-Wan, we're going to have that fight, it's going to be awesome. This also is a disservice to Maul, because Maul is a good fighter, and we saw him kick some ass in Twilight of the Apprentice. We know that he can do well, that he can fight well, but one blow? Is that to show that Obi-Wan is stronger? It's like, come on. That's bullshit. I mean, just have the fight be like 2 or 3 minutes. You could have cut it down from the rest of the episode, because the rest of the episode, it's quite uneventful. It's like Ezra goes to Tatooine because he hears about the call. You could have cut out a lot of the parts on Adelon. You could have cut out a part that Ezra is strolling through the desert, because that takes minutes. That takes minutes, and the fight doesn't. That's horse shit. You could have, I mean, it's pretty clear that the moment that Ezra walks into the desert, that he's fucked. And yes, I'll give it that it was funny that Chopper then just waits there and he looks at Ezra and he's like, do I follow him? And then he does. That was funny, I'll admit that, but it goes on for too long and it's just boring. Honestly, this episode for a big part is boring. I was like, okay, just get to the Obi-Wan versus Maul, and then when you get there, it's one blow. It's like, what the fuck? Maul gets taken out by one fucking blow. You don't give us a fight that takes up a few minutes, like 2 or 3 minute fight. It would have been great. That would have been awesome, and then you could have killed him off. But what the fuck happened here? Jesus, we've been leading up to this episode for so long. So much anticipation, and it's so disappointing. The fuck? I'm done talking about this episode. I'm done. Let's talk about the next episode, the season finale, 0 Hour. I hope it's as great as we've been expecting, but after this episode, I'm not sure. I honestly am not sure. This sucks. My expectations for the next episode is Callus will probably die. Zeb probably as well. That's what I think. I might very well be wrong about that, I know. I think that Thrawn will find the base, attack the base, he'll win the battle, we'll finally see Thrawn be the badass villain that he is, and I think that Thrawn will live. I hope that Thrawn lives. Like, otherwise you do a disservice to that character. Like, we have not seen enough of Thrawn to do that character justice compared to what he does in the books, because I've read Heir to the Empire, and it's like, he is amazing in that. I know the potential of Thrawn's character. It's just that we haven't fully seen it in this show. So I just hope he wins the battle. He annihilates some rebels, like kills Callus and Zeb. And then the next season we continue that story. Because, yeah, I just don't want it to be as disappointing as this one. I just want there to be a big battle. I just want there to be something that I have been expecting, and not one blow. It's like, come on, guys. Just don't do one blow. Really, that's all I can say about Twin Suns. And now I wonder, what do you think of it? Did you like it more than I did? Were you not disappointed, or are you on the same page? Like, nah, this was not what we were expecting. This was a disservice to what we have been expecting, what has been building up to. So please, whatever you think, let me know in the comments below. Also, I recently put up my review for Empire's End. I'll put the link in the box in a little bit. Please check that out, because yeah, if you're interested in Star Wars and want to get into more of the books, I recommend watching some of my book reviews. Maybe not Empire's End, by the way, but that's the most recent one that I did. I recommend just checking out some of the books, because if you like Rebels, if you like the movies, there are a lot of great books out there that I recommend reading. So that's all I'll say about that. And as always, if you like my review and you want to see more of my movie, trailer, and Star Wars reviews, click right here.